Whew, that's time to drink Dr. Pepper. Some good stuff. Okay. Remember that scene, the very first Fast and Furious, and they're coming back from the performance shop with all those parts in the back of the truck, and it's just dragging? That's how I feel right now. And you get to come with me on this journey to see what all I got to put back into the truck, not from a performance standard, but from a reliability and a longevity standard. So I'm excited for the unveil of everything that we get to open and kind of go through what it is. I'll eventually be installing all of this in other videos, but figured for this one, I would kind of capture all what the plan is for this truck. So first thing first, with these 5.9s, straight from factory back in the day, they were coming in, I think, at 215 horsepower with a manual and right around 440 pounds of torque. So right now what I'm trying to do is increase the longevity and the reliability of certain parts. If you're not familiar with the 5.9, one of the things you have to really do as soon as you get one is check the KDP. It's notorious called the killer dowel pin. That dowel pin actually backs out from the block under the timing cover, falls down, and can really destroy the motor. What this is for? Gasket for the timing cover. I just went ahead and bought this on Amazon. It's cheap. This will go over the dowel pin. I'll put some thread locker on this and we'll take care of that. That will be a different video because getting to this dowel pin is at least a 3-hour job for someone who knows what they're doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. It'll be about a 24-hour job. So that's the first thing that I will be doing with this truck, is the killer dowel pin. After that, it's very important. Let's take a look at some of these other parts. To put in gauges. So I went with ISPRO. That's my turbo gauge, ISPRO fuel pressure. Most times what people will do a transmission gauge for their temp, but that's if you're running an automatic. Because I'm running a manual, I don't really have to worry about that. So I went with the fuel pressure because it allows me to see if something's going wrong. And then of course, the good old pyro. Pyro is gonna be fun. I've already checked mine, it is not tapped. So I've got to figure out how to tap that to get the pyro in there. So we'll do the KDB, we'll do the gauges, and then the clutch. South Bend, there's a couple of good brands out there for these trucks. I went with the South Bend clutch. I don't know how many hours I spent on forums trying to understand what clutch to go with. This one I know will hold up to 450 horsepower, which is way past what the turbo stock can do. The stock turbo can do. Wow, that was way backwards. So this will be, you know, a great under load. Once I start towing things, I won't have to worry about my clutch. I haven't figured out if I'm gonna try to tackle this one myself. In all honesty, I'm leaning towards having a professional put this in, just because I don't have a lift and I don't have a transmission jack or anything to drop that down in. So we'll see about that. After that, I'm gonna be messing with the AFC housing. There's a lot of claims out there on how much horsepower you can pick up with the AFC mod and the fuel plate, removing the fuel plate. So I've been watching a bunch of videos on that. That'll be next after I get the clutch updated. And then I'll also be doing what that $10 boost elbow, where it allows an extra, I think, 10 PSI for boosting. Once those are done, those are gonna be cheap modifications. We'll move into the next thing. Let me see here. Now this is a knife. I actually don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is. It's not a performance upgrade, don't worry. Oh, it's always fun when you get boxes and you forget what's in them. Now let's open this one up. I hope this is what I think it is. It should be. Is it? Gates. Oh, yeah, so let's talk. When you're doing the KDP, it's always recommended while you're under there, you might as well do your water pump. So this will be done with the, when I'm working on the killer, the dowel pin. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in the box. You know, a truck's got 240,000 miles on it. Why not go ahead and replace the water pump if you're gonna be removing everything that you have to remove to get to it. Oh, so many boxes. I think it's this one I was looking for. Yeah. I'll get through the killer dowel pin. It will be important to install some gauges just to kind of see the general health of everything. Get the clutch in. Oh, this one's fun. Now, I spent some time researching on intakes because intakes are expensive. And really at the end of the day, it seemed like everyone went with the big honking air filter. And that's what I did. I went with the big honking air filter. These go on semi trucks, but when it comes to performance gains at a cost point, there really isn't a night and day difference from spending a lot of money on the aftermarket intakes versus putting one of these big bad boys on for more flow. So this will be after that. And of course, if you're gonna do an intake, you know what else comes with airflow. And that would be the MBRP exhaust. As y'all saw when we were under the truck to begin with, so as y'all saw when we were under the truck to begin with, it did have an MBRP on there, but they put the cat on there and did a pretty shoddy job of tying that together. So I actually invested some money into this one. It's the stainless steel turbo back 4-inch all the way down exhaust system, and it's a bolt on, so it doesn't require any welding or anything additional like that, which means I should be able to do that here. Now, the fun part about all of this is I'm actually having the truck dynoed stock this coming Wednesday. So we're gonna get some dyno numbers just for fun to see what the truck is pushing. And then from there, I'm gonna get all the work done. And speaking of work, I did forget one thing. Where are they at? Here they are, found them. It's a white box. I got a white box to put on the truck. Pretty white box. These are a governor spring kit. This is for up to 4K. That's because the truck, the springs that are on the motor right now aren't fans of revving up to 3K. So you could have gone with a 3K kit or a 4K kit. You might as well upgrade to 4K, and then there's really no negative drawback. So I got the 4K kit for the governor spring, and also for the exhaust springs as well. So we will be good all around on 4K rating. And then after all of that, I'll probably bump the timing 15 to 16 degrees. I think stock, I wanna say sits at 12.5. But after the additional airflow, the additional fuel just from the AFC modification and the fuel plate, with the spring kit, boost elbow. I should be bumping the timing a couple of degrees, and then I should be sitting pretty. I don't know what I'm gonna get from that. I know there's a bunch of people out there who say what they get, but unless I see a dyno, unless I see numbers, then I'm not gonna say anything on what I'm estimating. This isn't a race truck, it's gonna be for towing, it's gonna be for working, and doing these extra mods are gonna allow the truck to last longer, run better, pick up some fuel mileage, and overall be an all-around better truck. Now I will be taking you on the journey of installing each part because I don't know how to do any of it. Yeah, this is a wrenching video, wrenching series, but at the end of the day, you have equipment that supports your operations, and it's important for you to know how your equipment works, be able to work on your equipment, and that's what this truck is. It's gonna be the heartbeat of me being able to tow things to and from, move things around. And so I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing when I'm working on this truck. I really hope you're excited as I am when it comes to the truck. All these parts, I've taken a lot of time in the past couple of weeks to really research what I need to put on this truck. And I can't wait to get it on there. It's gonna take some work, but I think we can do it. So until next time, be safe out there.